our chefs here at the hotel. They not only do restaurants, they do banquets as well. Is Chef Anthony Pietro here? Oh, yeah. He will be coming. He's wearing Chef Anthony Pietro, looking very menacing there. Thanks for joining us. I'll step back here and wait for you. And then I'd like to also introduce our executive chef, Chef David Roldan. David comes to us with a lot of experience. He's actually was with the resort for a while, left, and then came back recently about a year ago. So, Chef, I'll turn it over to you.
Welcome, welcome. My name is David. I am the executive chef here at the beautiful Bee Resort and Spa. Welcome to American Kitchen Bar and Grill. It's been a long year. We've been wanting to do some type of menu release and get the people in, again, get some of the locals in and have people who are visiting and traveling to hear about this spot, not only as a resort to stay in, but a restaurant to eat at. So when you came in, Joseph prepared some cocktails. So we want to bring the refreshingness of the Florida sun. You come in here, you get refreshed, you kind of cool off with different types of cocktails, and then we extend into the food. So right now I have some of our apps that we will be pushing out with our new menu. Our pub wings aren't just regular chicken wings. As some of you may know, we had a shortage of chicken wings throughout the year. Chicken wing prices skyrocketed, so why just fry them and toss them in the sauce and throw them on a plate? Let's give them a little bit of love. So we enhance the sauce a little bit, make it a little bit more light on the palate, and then we lightly grill it, caramelize it, just so when somebody takes a bite of it, they know that whoever was back there put a little extra into it, that they didn't just throw it on a plate. Next, inspired by our Asian community in the downtown Mills area, we have our Mills Ab ribs. So we lightly smoke them, lightly braised, and then we toss them, deep fry them crispy, and then toss them in our homemade sauce. Has a little bit of a kick, sweet, little sour, microgreen garnish, and then we do a little bit of toasted sesame seed on top. So if you guys want to go ahead and sit down, enjoy the appetizers, we'll come back and do the second round with our handhelds.
Yes.
So, everybody has our handheld trio, so it's a little, I would say more than a bite size of each to sample what we're doing. These items will be available at the pool, here for lunch, and as well as for dinner. So somebody can come in and have a hearty sandwich. So let me go through and explain kind of our inspiration for each. So our Air King burger, our patty is 10 ounces. That's not a typical size, especially for the area. I think Fuddruckers, and there was another place called Jungle Gyms, I believe. They used to have it. They don't have, that place doesn't exist anymore. But we have a certified Angus beef patty. And I had the privilege of going to Cleveland, Ohio to the certified Angus beef headquarters. I learned what made a Angus cow certified Angus. Their slogan is, if it's not certified, it's not the best. So all our beef is certified Angus beef. Starting with our burger, tri-blend. It's short rib, sirloin, and chuck. So it's a good blend. 80-20 good fat mix, so it's even a well done, tastes very juicy. We have a slider size for you guys to try. Apple with smoked bacon, our house sauce, lettuce, tomato, very fresh on a toasted mini brioche bun. In the middle, we call it our Angus dog. Unfortunately, this cannot be considered certified, but it's coming from the Angus cow. So on top, we wanted to make it a refreshing, kind of like a South Florida food truck hot dog. So it's very large, as you can see. It's well over a foot long. In a 9-foot toasted bun, we have a little tropical salsa on top. Our calypso sauce, which is our version of the mayo ketchup you get at the Venezuelan arepa stores, the shops, or the food trucks. And then on top, we have some of the shredded chips. Our third one is the Pittsburgh. So I took a road trip up to I would say we were going to go to Atlantic City, and we stopped in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and we met up with some people. We stopped at a trucker's place, trucker little gas station, kind of like a Buc-ee's or Buc-ee's, whatever they call it. So they were making their sandwiches, and they were putting the side of coleslaw, side of fries. They put it all in the sandwich. So I was like, this is genius. So we came back, we talked about some things, and I'm thinking, all right, how can we take this to the next level? So instead of a coleslaw, we do a little house kimchi, not too spicy, more sweeter than anything. We keep the Thousand Island hot pastrami. Of course, it's beef, it's certified Angus beef. Throw our seasoned breaded French fries in there, and melted Swiss cheese, and that's a wrap. That's the story on that one. So enjoy, and then we'll come. So all right, so this is the first portion of the main course. So we have on your most everybody's left side, I guess. We have our spiked pork chop. So this, spiked cider. So we use an Angry Orchard based brine for it. So we have our pickling spices, vinegar, salt, water, and then we add a hefty amount of the Angry Orchard spiked apple cider. So it gives it, effervescent kind of texture in your mouth, and it also, you can taste almost like a wine consistency in the flavor. On top of that, we did a reduction with Granny Smith apples, a little demi-glace, a little cinnamon. So now that we're coming into the end of summer, into the fall months, this is going to be an awesome dish with the sweet potato fries. So you get the crunchiness of the fries, the delicacy of the Berkshire pork, and on top we did a Granny Smith apple relish. Next to it, we have our rotisserie chicken. We have a rotisserie here. We marinate it in a mojo brine. So it's garlic, citrus, a lot of Latin spices, and we rotisserie it very slow over cherry wood. So it has a good flavor, nice smoke on top of a house coleslaw, and some house cut potato wings. So when you guys are enjoying that, I'm gonna have Anthony, we're gonna pull out a tomahawk certified Angus beef, Rudy's. It's a 32-ounce tomahawk, and we're gonna be slicing it, and that'll be the last of the dinner portion, and then we'll go into dessert. That does so. So this will be served with a Orzen mashed potato. We use a Yukon, steam them, little cream, salt, white pepper, and then the Orzen cheese. All right, thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for coming in, and we'll wrap this up with the dessert. So when you think of, I guess, American cuisine, you think of, the decadent chocolate dessert. You want something very sweet, something maybe a la mode, something that'll just finish the meal, just put you to sleep, right? So we got with a local bakery here named Empress Sissy, and we have the earthquake cake. So she had made these before, different versions. So we asked her, can you make it double? Let's make this just ridiculously huge on the plate. So that's what we did. If you see the sample one, it's good 4 inches off the plate. Served with some caramel gelato. We have some brownie soil. The cake consists of brownie, the brownie at the bottom. It has cake, it has ganache, it has white chocolate drizzle on it. It's very decadent. It's kind of made for shareable to end the night and end a good meal. And if you want something a little less decadent, but not too light, our vermilion layer cake. So the South American cuisine, Colombians, especially Colombian, Venezuelan, even some of the Caribbean, have a dessert called the flan pocho or the tropo flan, which is typically chocolate cake with the vanilla custard flan. So we got here, we were trying to develop some desserts. We were like, what can we do like to make things different? And I've always wanted to put something like this on the menu. And that's how it was. We were looking at the truck and I was like, how about if we do this with a red velvet cake? And that's where it was born. We had trial and error to get the consistency. Should it be 50-50? Should it be whatever? But I think we have it perfect right now. You get the fluffy, moist red velvet cake, the vanilla custard on top, which gets a little pink hue. Then we have a little red velvet soil, so we dry up some of the cake we use, sprinkle it on top, with raspberry sauce, and then we'll use whatever seasonal berries we have to garnish the cake. But that is it, and that's all I have for today. Can't wait to finally blow this menu out, and then you guys can come in and say, you know what, I have this before. And we're always learning, we're always teaching each other things back here.